Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Imperator Rome, the redemption of Epirus. Alright, so we've won 2 wars at this point. We've gained at least 5, I think, more cities for our nation, which is nice. But at this point we are more or less stuck. At least until such a time that we decide we want to betray one of our allies. Now, Talentia over here only has 4 cohorts, so he is a little on the weak side. He'd be a pretty easy target if it weren't for the fact that he is also allied to Abria up over here, who has another 9, being a tribe, and also has Cavia as a vassal state with another 8. Could we win a war up here? Yeah, probably. To do so, though, we would have to dissolve an alliance, and I'm not sure that that is to my advantage, at least as of yet, though I will want to betray them at some point in the near-ish future. For now, I think we're going to just kind of sit back on speed 5, probably, and just try to build up our economy as much as possible. A call to arms. Who did you fight? Dardania up over here? These guys. Nope, wait, no. Who? Can I click on this flag? I cannot. Hang on. Dardania up over here. So you did not have anyone else you were allied to, so you're involved in this fight on your own. This is a good opportunity to say screw you, and I'm going to decline. Nope, I am not going to be fighting on your war, which means we are no longer allied at all. Megalopolis would like military access. Very well, if you want it, that's fine. Now, we cannot declare a war against these guys because we do not have a casus belli. But, interestingly enough, it looks like we do not have a truce with them. That's actually not what I expected. Okay, well, now actually is a very good time to go ahead and kill these guys up here to the north. Let's go ahead and start moving our troops in that direction. And once we get enough oratory power, I would love to fabricate a claim and attack them and see if we can also eat their little guys. But in the meantime, they'll be distracted in a war. Hopefully, Dardania ends up putting up a bit of a fight. An alliance offer from Botonia. That could be good for me. Let's see. These guys over here, they're relatively strong, and maybe I could use them for something. But are you currently involved in any wars? The answer to that is no. You are also in several defensive leagues. You're also guaranteed by Phrygia, which means nobody should be attacking you anytime soon. So really, the only time you're going to be a problem for me is if you declare a war I don't want to be involved in. And other than that, we can call you in on things. All right, I'm going to go ahead and ally you. We're going to switch those allies around and see what happens. The Olympics have been concluded with much rejoicing and celebration. The highlight of this year's games was during the prestigious chariot race, the Sonorous. Somebody saved a fellow competitor from almost certain death, even though his chariot was overturned. Overall, the victor was declared to be Ophelus of Aetolia, a first-time winner of the Olympics whose brawn, virility, and Heraclean vigor is beyond compare. All right, well, better luck next time, but by participating in the Olympic Games, I gain some popularity. Now we're going to go back to technology. I'm going to reassign... Where'd he go? Maybe I have to wait for him to get here. I want to reassign that guy. You're not who I thought... well, it's not who I thought it was. Maybe I have to wait for him to get here? What happened to my really good guy? I don't know where he went. But all right, we're going to go ahead and assign you just so I can actually get some tech advancement again. We can't afford a new invention, so we should do that. What would I like? Omens, morale recovery, military tech investment to make up for what we lost. That could be pretty good. Starting experience. So when you train up new cohorts, they do have experience. The more experienced they are, the more effective they are in combat. I think it's a lot like the drill mechanic that you find in EU4, which is to say, I don't think it's very important, but maybe you can stack enough modifiers for it to be pretty good. Money is always nice, yes, but I think I'm going to go ahead and grab the military tech investment, and we're going to try to invest as much as I can to getting some extra tech. Obviously, I still want to get a bunch of these different inventions before we advance, but oh well. Military access from Byzantion. Yeah, sure. All right. I don't know why you would want that up here, guys, Byzantium, but if that's important to you, you may has, I guess. Go for it. So what would I need in order to fabricate a claim? 165 oratory power. It's going to be a while. Refugees fleeing the war between Talentia and Dardania have crossed into our land. We can allow them to settle in Bilis, which is where? I do not know. I don't think I have a province called that. Maybe that's the name of a province and not... Nope. I have no idea. We can demand they return and Talentia will be happy with me, but I think I'd rather have the free pops. Oh, this is Bilis. But that's theirs. Alright, whatever. he got 2 population. I don't know why he would be upset with me if I told him to return. Like, he should want... Or maybe... Did my people leave? I don't think so. Maybe I misread that. I should have read that more carefully. Oh, well. One thing you may notice, by the way, is we are stacking up a bit of military power. There are a few things you can do with military power. One, you can invoke Devotio, which increases your ruler's corruption, but it reduces war exhaustion, which is very important to maintain the unrest. All right, fair enough. The other thing that we can do with military power, well, among a few different things, is traditions. Traditions are kind of like the national ideas you would find in EU4, but they are determined by your culture, and there are 3 respective paths you can pick. You can pick and choose which you want and go down 3 paths if you want it, but honestly, the odds of you getting through all of them seem non-existent. You're better off picking a path and going all the way to the bottom. So for the Greek, we have, let's see, light cavalry, morale of armies, and mercenary costs, which seems very, very powerful. Trireme offense, cavalry skirmish, more heavy cavalry, and mercenary maintenance. So if you want to go heavy on the mercs and the horses, this would be a pretty good tradition for us. If you want to worry about the heavy infantry and light cavalry, siege ability, military colonies, fort defense, more heavy infantry. So a very heavy infantry focused, this would be pretty good for us. Over here, cohort starting experience and experience decay doesn't seem that great. Trireme cost, not that great. Light cavalry offense, pretty good. Enslavement efficiency. So we can use our ships to raid ports and pick up free slaves for pops. That can be pretty powerful. Light infantry offense, archers discipline, more heavy and light infantry in mountains, and light infantry. This is pretty good in a way as well. I'm not sure which one's going to be best for us. If we are able to pick up horses, it may be better to go down this route. If we can pick up iron, probably down this route. If neither, maybe this is the way to go, and we try a raiding build and go for as many pops that way as possible. I don't know, but I guess we'll find out. Marketplace has been built in our capital, which increases the amount of money we are making by a small amount, which is great. So, huzzah. Also, we get a free gift. Thank you. Very generous of you. Don't know why you did that, but thank you. All the same. Yeah, I don't want to spend any oratory power promoting any more pops. I'm still just going to save up, if at all possible, for our war. I am going to split these troops in half, and the other one I'm going to assign... Oh, you're back. I'm going to put myself in charge, though, as the leader here. I would like cohorts to remain loyal to me. And instead of having everyone under one general, what I'm basically doing is I'm trying to split the odds of this guy getting a lot of cohorts lower to him so he becomes disloyal to me and possibly makes a play for the throne. Because that obviously would be quite bad for me. So splitting the armies up between different generals, I feel like that's probably just a better option. A defensive league. Let's see. If I joined your league, who else would be involved? Nobody, it looks like. But you might invite other people to the league, which means I could get called in to defend other people. I'm all right with defending you, but I'm not really okay with joining in a league, at least not at this point. I will accept military access with you, that's fine. So one of our researchers apparently is supporting a pretender to the throne, so we do need to be rather cautious about that. Let's see. You, right here, the guy who's really good at religion. His loyalty is 73.3%. But he prefers somebody else, this guy, as the heir, instead of the one that is currently appointed. Possible successors. You. Let's see. So he has a bunch of supporters. It looks like a bunch of different supporters kind of will choose who the king is, at least until my heir comes of age. Oh, good. More gifts from Ellis. Thank you. Very, very kind. We definitely need to make sure, before we declare any wars, that we increase our army maintenance. Obviously, going in with 80% less morale, very easy way to die. Pyrus the Righteous. The self-confidence that we display is a veritable inspiration to all who know us. His singular clarity of purpose outweighs any who dare to question his intent. We become righteous. If we go to our character over here, we can see all of our different traits. So we are ambitious, which is good for finesse and prominence. We're shrewd, which makes us a little bit less religiously oriented. We also have cheaper mercs, which is really nice. We are apparently in mourning. The loss of a loved one can cut deeper than any physical wound. I'm not sure who died, but I'm hoping this goes away eventually, because it's pretty bad. And righteous. Reduce corruption and less aggressive expansion as we conquer things. That sounds pretty cool. Yes, Ellis, you may have the military access. I want to encourage people to give me as many gifts to bribe my loyalty as possible, because money is good for me. gladly will take your money. Feel no remorse about that at all whatsoever. Yeah, only 5 oratory power per month is definitely pretty slow. You guys are still fighting it out. You did ally a couple other people, including a Tolia. How dare you? How very dare you? Okay, we need to think about how we're actually going to approach this. The citizens are euphoric. Ooh. Province increases by loyalty by 10, but it's already perfectly loyal. Let's just gain them money. So the question now is, what do we do? Well, I'm going to build a fort right up over here in the mountains. It's going to cost me all my money. And what I can do is, if we fight him, we can try killing a Tolia. Who are you? Where are you? You are all the way up over here. Wow, this guy has allied a lot of folks up over here. You have 14 cohorts. You have 10, 10, 12, 13. Might be a little bit difficult to kill them. Oh, but you're in a big defensive league too. We're stuck. We could declare the war, go for the war goal, kill Aetolia, and just try to get out of the war really fast. While he's distracted. It might even work. I don't know. Feels like a risky play. Omen Power could be nice. Diplo Rep. National Commerce. That would translate into a bit. Tribune Discipline. Blah, 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 blah. I'm going to go for the commerce income for the money. Feels like that is always going to end up being a pretty good thing for me eventually. So we are making some cash. I could train up some extra troops to try and win these things a bit more handily. Pretty confident that if we declare war, we can kill Aetolia in like no time flat. Really would love to get that fort. This feels like a very risky play. Boeotia has a truce, so they can't join currently. When does your truce end? Probably around the same time that mine ends with Aetolia. October 458, so 3 years. So we're not going to be able to count on our allies for basically anything. We need to split these troops up so we don't take attrition. You know what? I can send one army up over here. We'll leave these guys behind to kill Aetolia. I think I might go for it anyway. But this feels like a very risky play. I'd love to get this fort up and running if possible, but that's going to take a little while. Ellis just got sieged down by somebody, and their war is now over already. If I can get to Aetolia, good things will happen because I can cross the strait and start working our way through this region and start head towards Sparta. For religion, we can increase our stability by sacrificing the gods. The question is, do I want to go for a stability right now, or would I rather save up for an omen since it looks like we are going to be expiring pretty soon? Stability is good. It increases your taxes, increases your research points. You become more popular, you have more loyalties, and so on. Like, lots of good things do come of this. But I think I might prefer to save up for the Omen, because what if that extra 6% discipline makes a big difference? I don't know. This guy's already building a marketplace over here, which I really like. Go ahead and do things like that. By all means, spend money on things that will ultimately translate into more economic benefit for me. Sounds really good. So we have 156. We are very close. Next month, we can fabricate a claim. You have -3 stability, which means you have a lot of unrest going on right now. It would be so very, very nice if I could find some other way to attack you without getting so many people involved. Let me think for a second. Who else are you allied to? You are allied to Aetolia, Deorsia, and Abria. You do not necessarily have to fabricate a claim on a neighboring province. You can do anything in diplomatic range. So in theory, we can, there we go, get a claim all the way up here against Abria. If we were to do that, we would fight more or less the same people. Well, not necessarily, but a few of the same people. And it would be a lot harder for me to get that war goal to just end the war. So this may not be the best idea. Definitely can't do anything to Aetolia, even though I think they would be a better target for me. But we are stuck with them for a long time, and I really need to kill them. So we definitely have to do this war. It's just a little bit dangerous. You would like to buy some more of our olives. Good. I'm happy with that. Omens. Do we go for the discipline, or do we go for something else? More money? Research? Population, always a good thing. Unrest, don't think we need that. The thing is, if we're not at war, this becomes more or less useless to me, but I might need to do this. On the other hand, having extra income would allow me to field more troops, so I can just kind of win overwhelmingly. This would translate into like an extra 1 gold per month. That might be enough for 2 or 3 more light infantry. It's not insignificant. Let's try going down the economic route and hope I can win this quickly. We're going to go for the Blessing of Hades. Okay. You know, at the same time, I actually am on low army maintenance, which is part of my problem. In fact, we definitely need to fix that now. Do I think I'm going to use the Navy? Depends. There is a fort up over here. Do you have any ships? Nope. I may not need any triremes. And if I do, if there's no one else to fight them, I think we don't need to increase our maintenance there. I think we are going to be okay. All right. So we're going to go ahead and fabricate our claim. On Ilria Great... Oh, gosh, that's a big province. We have to siege a lot of it down. But that's our claim. So this... we have to siege him down entirely, basically, to get the max amount of war score. This feels like a risky play, but maybe it will work. We are making how much money per month at the end of... at the end of this month, let's see how much money we're actually making. 3.66 is actually pretty good. I think we're going to go to the macro builder and train up at least a few more light infantry. It does cost a little bit of money, but not an outrageous sum. I'm going to go for 5. And I think we can still ultimately end up affording that. Trade winds. The fickle seas can bring ruin or prosperity in many locales, and the city of Lucas appears to be reaping the rewards of a particularly good trading season this year. So we just get extra commerce income in Epirus. The entire province gets 50% more commerce. That's amazing. Defensive League. No. All of you, get up over here. Okay. Okay. Can I move my triremes up anywhere else? Yes, I can up here because there is a port. Not all provinces do have a port. I don't know what actually determines if a port is going to exist or not. But that's the only place your ships can dock up. I love the look of the ports down here, by the way. They remind me of Rome Total War, which I like. I don't know. It just kind of tickles my fancy. All right. So we can go for the war. Can't call any allies. We'll be fighting 6 people. Is not insignificant at all. It's a lot. This might be a very stupid plan. But if we can kill these guys quickly, we'll have a lot of cohorts, and he is still at war, right? Yeah, he's distracted. He's winning, but he's distracted. Eek. All right. Let's be bold. Let's have fun. Declare the war. All right, I need you guys to go and win this siege quickly. I need you guys to go here to Billis. I need you guys to go over here. We want to siege down as much as we can, as quickly as we can. If we can get this fort, just this fort, the zone of control will grab almost everything else. And if we control this entire province, that war goal should give us the ability to get out of the war pretty darn quickly. We are not at full morale over here, but I think we can still win in the mountains against these 3. No. I want you to stay over here. He's not going to. There's no easy way for me to do this. He is running far, far away for some reason. Boeotia is in a huge war. What the crap happened to you? I thought your independence was guaranteed by Phrygia. Huh. I nearly just spilled my seltzer, by the way, so I just had a slight heart attack moment. We are not making any progress over here because he built a second level fort, which means we need more troops. I think we need 5 for every level, if I recall correctly. Which means I do need to train up 1 more light infantry real quick. An alliance offer from Messapia. That actually is good for me. I accept. Okay, low naval maintenance does not really matter. What are the odds I can call you in? You have low manpower, so the answer to that is going to be no, which is unfortunate, but okay. Nope, now I can call them in. Never mind. Why? No, not quite. It's saying I can, but it lies. They are one reason off still, because of the low manpower. Though they are getting very close. We might be able to call them in eventually. All right, what else should we go for up here? Army morale recovery speed seems really good. Faster we recover morale, the faster we can get into fights. Like down here, for example. So I like that idea. This guy's just... Aetolia's just straight up running away. Now we can call you to arms. I'm going to do that. Please join in and assist me against your neighbors. This seems good. Okay, got that. Can't go here because, you know, zone of control. Go ahead and move you over here. How many troops do we need? Only 5. I'm going to go ahead and detach the siege. Pull some of you guys off over... We do need to stay nearby so that we can assist if we do get attacked. It is in farmland, so there's no defensive terrain. So that could be helpful. Let's go ahead and send you over here. It's going to take him a while to send his troops over here. I'm hoping we can get something really good. We do want to send our triremes over here to do a blockade and increase our odds of winning. Hello, pirates. You scare me. Please don't come and kill me. Come on. Need to win this aggressively. Touched by Hermes. Lucas has seen a huge influx of traders and travelers from far and wide recently. One of our advisors jokingly suggests that we must have been blessed by Hermes himself. It might have been a joke, but paying our dues to the god might be a good idea nonetheless. It could only be a boost in the long-term business, right? Get money and local tax. Or lose money, gain religious power, omens, taxes, and so on. I think I would rather not lose that much money, so let's go for this. We still get some nice benefits, which I like. So are you not considered blockaded? Do we need maintenance in order to do a blockade? I didn't think that was the case, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we need more morale. For some reason, it's just not registering them as blockaded, even though we clearly have ships here. Seems a little bit awkward to me, but all right. Fine, I'll go with it. Macedon, you scare me. Don't you dare attack, okay? Just leave me alone. Macedon with your 38 freaking cohorts. Absolutely a major threat. If we could have gotten an alliance with Phrygia, you know, that obviously would have been very nice. They actually are interested in an alliance, but we are outside of their diplomatic range. Well, not too far outside of diplomatic range in order to get a marriage with you, apparently, but all right. Yeah, here's hoping we actually can get this siege very quickly. That would be amazing. And then we'll bring these 10 up. Then we should be more or less safe. And as soon as we get this, we'll get the zone of control. Everything falls to me. We have the entire war goal. Hopefully we just can peace out if we need to ASAP. They are still in a war against Dardania. As long as that continues and they are distracted, I'm hoping I have the advantage. This is what we call an attack of opportunity. It might be a very stupid opportunity, but it is an opportunity nonetheless. 14% chance of getting the siege. 7% chance down here, now 21. Let's just keep watching. A daughter has been born. I need a son. I need a son for an heir. Please and thank you. Okay, up to 42% chance now. 35% over here. Up to 42% chance. Come on. Take a fort, please. Take a fort. Dang it. He's so close, too. I want to kill him. There we go. Got a fort. Okay. So you can have armies get locked in this game. Are you going to your province? Yep, he's going over here. So we can kill these 3,000 troops. We automatically will get the siege. And then we'll be good to go. Hello, found some troops. They are heading over here towards me. Let's go ahead and back you up for a second. Okay. Group up. Let's just kind of scare him off, make sure he doesn't go anywhere. He's not feeling very optimistic. Killing these 2,000, good. I'm not going to bother, honestly, sieging it down because the zone of control should get it for me automatically. Let's immediately start sending the extra 10,000 troops up here to the north. Okay. Come on, get that fort. The sacking of Epidamnos. Pyrrhus has led his men to glorious victory against the siege of Epidamnos. The enemy flee in disgrace, and all that is left is to decide on how to treat the residents within. Needless to say, the spoils of war are likely to cause those back in Nicopolis to admire Pyrrhus greatly, but leaving such wealth in the hands of one man could surely cause problems in the future. We can let the looting be gentle, and this makes me more popular with the people. We could let the men roam freely, and the result is we are going to kill some slaves, but get more money. Or we could become cruel, gain a lot more money, and kill 4 slaves. Frankly, I don't think this is a good idea. Yes, we get some cohorts loyal to me, but 4 pops killed is pretty substantial. I'd rather just get the popularity and some gold and leave it at that. We, by the way, did manage to capture some of his pops as a slave and send it back to the capital. Beautiful. We would love to go and kill you. He is on his way, or sorry, this army is retreating all the way up over here. We're going to get that zone of control. If we can control this entire area, we technically will have the war goal under our control. Okay, here comes some more reinforcements, but I don't think they're going to be able to do much. Pyrrhus, of course, fantastic. You have cavalry. You actually will win this fight if we don't get some reinforcements up here pretty soon, but you did have injured cohorts. That's why you weren't at full strength with full numbers, so we'll win anyway, actually, because you are more or less shattered. But there we go. Managed to kill another 2,000 troops. We lost 1,000 of our own, though, which is obviously not the best. What's going on over here? The control will switch. It's being controlled by this fort here in Abria. Okay. So we need to get over here to make sure we control the siege. This will flip to me. This 10,000 stack will have to go over here to siege it down. And then we'll have the entire war goal done and over with, I believe. So the question for me now is, can I send an army over here to start sieging down this fort? And the answer is yes, we can. Cavia, by the way, I thought you were a vassal, but apparently not anymore. So we actually did not have to fight these guys after all. We do have to worry about Abria still, but besides that, looking more or less okay. Aetolia is not going to be a problem from here on out. So it's really just the tribes to my north. Interestingly enough, it looks like whoever was over here, Dardaria or whatever, is dead. Which means all of the troops are on their way to me right now. So we need to be rather speedy about getting some of these reinforcements over here. An eye for aesthetics. Somebody has been showing promise in civic duties and has become renowned as quite the artisan. He recently completed a marvelous design for a new granary. We could erect this masterpiece on behalf of the state. However, such architectural vision would surely be valuable to the right investor. For the state, he gains loyalty, and eventually we're going to get a granary built, or he gains money, and so do we. Well, let's see. We could get 79 gold, but a granary is worth 100. So it's just a question of, do we want to take up a building slot right here? I think I would rather just get the free granary. Also, loyalty is pretty good. Don't mind having that. An invention. Omen Power for more discipline? Maybe. Yes, we're going to go for the Omen Power. Okay, so our omens just became a bit more effective down over here. So our, oh, sorry, not discipline. We do it for taxes. So now we're getting 25.2% extra taxation, which is obviously going to be pretty good for me. We're going to keep our troops over here and really try to maintain that. Let's see. Thankfully, Neoptimalus, our previous heir, seems to be in remission from his sickness. Doctors are overrated anyway. Are they, though? Are they really? Eh, maybe so. I wouldn't know. All right, let's see. I'm going to pop you guys over here and see if we can get a blockade. He is definitely buzzing a lot of troops around over here, so I'm a little concerned. Might be worth just stacking the troops here. I'll accept the attrition just to slow him down. Really what I need to do is just siege this, so I have the entire war goal and I can end the second things are looking bad for me. But of course, if I can get one extra fort, I mean, hey, who's going to complain about that, right? There we go. Okay. I'm going to leave behind one... Well, I'm going to leave behind a couple of guys here. The rest of you, start moving up. Just as reinforcements on the off chance I need it. Extra war score is certainly not going to go amiss for me. But we may not want to go this far north. If you look at the culture... Well, let's see. They are still of the right culture group... and the religion. However, I believe we will find that this province is mostly full of tribesmen, because these guys are a settled tribe, so they'll be a little low on their civilization. Do we want to deal with the headache that is tribesmen? Maybe, maybe not. Okay, there's 61 war score now, so we definitely can peace out, if we so desire. If I can get this as well, I mean, hey, great. But I don't think it's actually worth it. In fact, I think we're kind of at a point where maybe we should just go ahead and peace out. What we will definitely want to do is grab Aetolia. So he will still exist with this tiny little guy right here, but I couldn't easily get to it, so I'm all right with that. And then we take all of this for ourselves. That's not bad. I'm going to go ahead and grab 100 extra gold, too. And he's still okay with that. Is there anything else we can do? Release Kavia. Sure. I mean, he's not going to exist anyway. What about become subject? No. And I can't make anyone cede any cities or anything like that either. So I think this might be the best we can do. I don't think this does anything. Maybe it makes them like me more or something. I don't know. I think we'll just ignore it for the time being. Are we good with this? Do we want to try getting anything else? Honestly, I'm not going to take any land up here anyway. It's too uncivilized. And I don't want that much aggressive expansion. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and end the war here. All right, done. So what do we do with the elites? Well, kill them all, but I'm already at max popularity. We could lose some aggressive expansion, of which I already have 5. We can imprison people, or we can decide what to do with their families. I'm just going to reduce the aggressive expansion. We get a lot of extra money, and we get a lot of goodies down over here, and we do have a level 1 fort that we could use in the mountains against Macedon if they ever do decide to attack me. So at the end of our 3rd video, the end of this week's recording session, you can see that we have managed to grow a fair bit. This is how things were supposed to go in the multiplayer session. I'm feeling pretty good about this right now. You know, something else I would like to do is probably build another fort up over here. Well, wait, that's actually going to be a little difficult. A fort here in the mountains would be nice, but it doesn't exercise a good zone of control. A fort here in the farmland would exercise a zone of control in the mountains, but that's not going to give me a defensive terrain. Maybe we don't worry about this right now, and we just pray that Macedon doesn't get any ideas and decide to attack me. We will see. In the meantime, I do have some black-flagged armies that we will need to send back home. So let's go ahead and select them, tell them to get the heck back, and we'll figure out what to do from there. And possibly we'll have to discuss how to assimilate pops and stabilize yourself after a war. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If so, then I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, hit that notify bell, and I will see you guys next time.